Good morning, Carolyn. This is Stu from Huntsville Dodge. Like I said, I just want to do a quick video for you. Just a quick walk around of the interior. So you might, in case there's anything you were unfamiliar with, you can certainly let me know. Just going to start off by starting the vehicle here. Foot on the brake. Push the start button. Pretty sure you already got that down pat. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk you through the screen here, just to make it a little bit easier for you. So, first button there is your radio. Pretty straightforward. Not much to it. You're going to have AM, FM, Sirius XM. You're going to have Sirius for about a year. Above here is your presets, so all your channels. So if you find a channel you like, you're just going to literally touch and hold it, and it's going to become your first preset. You can also scan through all your presets here by clicking the button on the side, and it'll change the row for you. When you're in Sirius XM and there's a station you like, you can hit tune. And for example, 54, go. It's going to take you right to the station that you like. Browse will be anything for all stations, so you can go through genres, channels, your presets, so you can see all your presets at a quick glance and scroll through them that way. Click back. So that's that, and then your audio is obviously here. That's to go through your audio. Center adjust. Speed adjust is when you're on the highway, what it's going to do is it's going to increase the volume of the radio based on background noise. So if you're driving along and it's a lot louder on the highway, you might want to set it at 2. So that means when you come into town, you're not struggling to turn the radio volume down. It just turns down a little bit by itself. So you can change the speed adjustment volume to your liking. Next one over is your media button. So that's going to be anything you have plugged in. So if your phone is plugged in, back down here via the media port, that will be, you can connect to Bluetooth and different sources. So USB, auxiliary cable, your Bluetooth. Climate seat is interesting. It's just the same buttons you have down here on the stack. So obviously volume, your heated seats and steering wheel, your heat control up and down for you, your heat control up and down for your passenger's heated seat. You can have it on auto or off. And this button is just for scrolling on the radio. But you can also control your heated seat and steering wheel through the screen. It's all touch screen, so you can swipe up and down to turn your fan speed up and down, or the buttons or the radial dial here will turn your fan speed up and down. Next one over is your apps. So anything that's on the vehicle is here as an app. Your backup camera, for example. Your heated seats, your climate controls. That's also your seat controls, heated seat, backup camera. A lot of the buttons are redundant and they're in different places, but it's just whatever you're more comfortable with. Your phone. So when you connect your phone via Bluetooth, it's going to connect this way. But also you have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, which is a great function. So if you're connected via the media button, the media tabs here, if your phone's plugged in, this will then become, if you have an iPhone, it will become CarPlay, or if you have an Android Auto, or if you have an Android, it'll become Android Auto. That's going to mimic your phone onto the screen. So you'll be able to use your Google Maps or your Maps or Waze or any maps that you're familiar with. It's also going to read your messages to you. You can then use your voice recognition button here on the steering wheel, and that's going to control what's happening through your phone through the radio. Or for example, if it's Android, you use Hey Google, and that's going to activate the Android function and allow you to search for directions or search for points of interest along the route or in town. Now settings here is going to be everything for the vehicle. So I recommend just going through and pushing some buttons and getting familiar with it. We want to go to custom. We want to make sure your tire pressures, kilometers. So so what I did there was I just went to units. Then I went custom and then hit custom here. And that's going to bring up your speed, your tire pressure, and everything. That's a big one to make sure is your tire pressures are in PSI. And that way you'll be able to read it on the screen here. if you have any questions about that, I can give you a buzz, or you can just let me know. But yeah, go through here and just click on everything that you like. It's a little bit of a process, but it's not too much. Another nice one is your auto comfort on. So that'll be handy in the wintertime. So with auto comfort on, what that's going to do is it's going to, when you start your vehicle in the cold, anything below 3 degrees, it's going to turn your heated seats and steering wheel on for you. So you can have it off, you can have it remote start only, or all starts. So for example, if it's -3 out, and no matter when you start your vehicle, your heated seat and steering wheel will come on. Hope that helps a little bit with the center dash. Just moving down here, obviously you have your charging port for your 12 volt DC, your windows up and down, and your media ports, your auxiliary buttons. I'm not sure if you have those. That's a standard feature on the vehicle I'm in right now, which is a Willys. I'm going to move over to the steering wheel and the cluster. Everything on your cluster is going to be controlled by your up, down, side to side buttons here on the left side of your steering wheel. So right now you'll see it's in speedo. I'm going to click up. It's going to go to setup, messages. Anything you see in messages will be something your vehicle's telling you. Oil change, wiper fluid, anything like that. Tire pressures are low. Those will be messages from the vehicle. It won't be messages from your phone. Audio is just going to mimic what you're doing on the radio at the moment. Automatic stop start is just your stop start feature. Trip info is obviously your trip. You can go, now when you're in trip, you can go right to left. You can go trip A and trip B. And then up will be your fuel economy settings. So you can reset that by pressing and holding OK. And that'll reset your fuel economy settings. Your drivetrain options, your pitch and roll. So if you're going off-road, you can see the yaw and the pitch of the vehicle. Your tire pressures and vehicle settings. So under vehicle info, this screen here, you can go left and right as well. Trans temp. Oh, my gyro just decided to turn off there, so I'm just going to hold my phone a little bit different. Your coolant temp, trans temp, and it's just going to go through your different temperatures of your vehicle. Obviously heat, hot and low, fuel. Down below here is your 4x4 setting. So you actually can shift this on the fly. So when you're driving, all you simply do is you pull back, right, that just into 4x4. You're going to want to stay at a 4x4 low. That's only for if you're towing anything out of a ditch, or if you're on like a boat ramp, that sort of thing. That is going to just allow you to go into a different gear in your transfer case. You can't go over 20 kilometers an hour in 4x4 low, so stay out of that. So that's just a quick rundown of the interior. I probably missed a few things, but if you have any questions, let me know. If you've been pushing buttons and you're unsure about something, let me know about that. Also, the top, just take off your tops real easily. Your driver's side and passenger side are going to have the same main hook. So that's your main hook. These ones are your secondary hooks. So you're going to take those off. Now this is an overlap. So your passenger side has to go on first before you put on your driver's side. So it's going to layer on top of each other. And then when you take the front two off, the back comes off. There's 3 bolts on either side along the sill there. And there's 2 bolts just above here. The toolkit is in the trunk. You can take those off with that. There's lots of YouTube videos about that as well, but I can certainly help you out if you have any questions about it at any time. Hopefully that helps you out, gives you a little bit more of a rundown of the interior. Like I said, if you have any questions, please reach out anytime. I'm always available to help, and enjoy your new Jeep. Thanks so much, and we'll talk soon. Bye now, Caroline.